The following is a paid political announcement.
Lifelong Democrat Diana Florence served for 25 years as a Manhattan prosecutor under DA Robert Morgenthau. She put criminals away, stood up for victims, and protected our streets. Now, Diana is challenging failed Manhattan DA Alvin Bragg as an independent because it's time for a DA who fights for our families, not criminals. That's why Diana has won the support of organized labor like the steam fitters, plumbers, and ironworkers, everyday New Yorkers who want a DA they can trust. Manhattan needs a DA who will do the job, prosecute crime. That's Diana Florence. Under Alvin Bragg, crime is up and prosecutions are down. Bragg doesn't prosecute crime. He plays partisan politics. Bragg failed to protect women and failed to protect workers. As a prosecutor, Diana Florence won groundbreaking convictions, fighting against corruption, domestic violence, wage theft, and daily working conditions. She's always been a partner of unions, community groups, and to cops like us. For Manhattan District Attorney, vote for Diana Florence. Diana4DA.com. Paid for by Diana for Manhattan DA.
Welcome to Republic Jet Center,
a boutique premier FBO service provider in East Farmingdale, New York.
your gateway to world-class events like the Ryder Cup coming to Bethpage Black Golf Course, just 11 minutes from this FBO.
Avoid city congestion and arrive in style with no delays. On-site U.S. Customs, TSA screening, and premium ground transportation.
Only 45 minutes from Manhattan.
RepublicJetCenter.com.
Ask their client services team about exclusive hotel accommodation and concierge services.
RepublicJetCenter.com.
Sunday morning, time to reflect. Time, it's only a few weeks to the election. With us today is Congresswoman Nicole Malliotakis. And, Nicole, you're the only GOP congresswoman in the 5 boroughs in New York City. We have a lot of problems going on in New York with the mayor's race. We have problems in Washington, D.C. Where do you want to start on a Sunday morning?
Well, look, I think there's a lot going on. I think first, what I want to say is that we have this upcoming mayor's race, and I hope people are really paying attention because if this city allows Zohran Mamdani to lead it, he will lead it right into the ground. I think it's clear that he has said things like wanting to close jails. Think about all the criminals that will be released as a result of that policy. He says that the NYPD is the greatest threat to public safety. We know that he was the champion for defunding our police, and it will be very concerning if he were mayor because he won't hire more police. He will make their lives miserable and drive them out from the city and then not replace them, which is this very same thing. So we're very concerned about what may happen if he gets his wish with wanting to have government-run supermarkets dictating how many loaves of bread a family can have. I think people need to take a real close look at this race and check out the polling and see how we can unite to stop him.
Well, I spoke to Ray Kelly a few days ago, the greatest police commissioner New York has ever had, 14 years, and he is afraid that all the qualified police officers are going to leave. So if you don't have a great police force like New York has always had, that's going to put us in bigger danger.
And, John, because Zohran Mamdani is somebody who championed the defund the police movement, he will not replace those police officers that leave. You know, everybody from Curtis Sliwa to Andrew Cuomo have said they're going to hire more police officers. We are thousands of cops short than we were on September 11th, 2001. We need to hire more police officers. Not only will Zohran not hire more police officers, he will drive out the ones that we have and not replace them. And so it is a very serious issue here between that and the quality of life concerns with his plan to legalize prostitution. We have to really think about this next step. He's made a lot of false promises, things that you can't possibly afford to do without crushing the entire tax base, which would drive out wealthy people, middle class, businesses, the tax base of New York. And to have somebody who is anti-capitalist, somebody who's a real communist who quotes Karl Marx's playbook, running the largest economy in the country, the economic engine of the country, is very, very concerning. So, look, you have 2 other choices in there. I've endorsed Curtis, as you know, but you have to vote for whoever you think is the best person and who can win. But I imagine that will be anybody but Mamdani.
I've been running that campaign, anybody but Mandami, for 3 months now. Nicole Malliotakis, I heard that you personally went to the president, President Trump, and you told him that the funds for terrorism should be restored to New York City. Is that true?
Yes, John, I think it was shocking when the Department of Homeland Security chose to change the formula on how they determined counterterrorism funding. And as a result of this change in the formula, New York was set to lose $187 million in counterterrorism funds, including $100 million to the NYPD here in the city of New York. This money is so critical. It's not only for intelligence gathering and equipment, but it's for the K-9 unit. It's for all the things that the NYPD needs to keep our city safe. And we are a number one target still for terrorism. And so I called the president. You know, the president is a New Yorker. I told him, I know you love the NYPD, you love our FDNY, and they love you too. And we really need you to intervene here to get the Department of Homeland Security to reverse this decision. And he did. With to his credit, within 48 hours, it was announced that he had intervened and stopped this cut. So we thank President Trump for that. But we also ask these agencies, these federal agencies, to be more mindful. You know, they have to be more thoughtful in their process. Because this was a very scary thing that could have happened for New York if that money was lost.
Absolutely correct. Sunday morning, we got another minute left. What's going to happen with this budget crisis in Washington?
Well, John, as you know, we need 60 votes to pass a funding bill in the Senate. The House passed our bill. We're waiting for Schumer to deliver the 7 votes necessary because we only have 53 Republican senators. And the bottom line here is they should vote for this bill because it is a clean extension of existing funding levels. They voted for it 4 times before. Senator Schumer actually helped negotiate this last year and then voted to extend it 3 additional times. So for them to shut down the government right now, our military will not be getting paid this week because of this shutdown. You're starting to see flight delays around the country due to shutdown shortages in staffing.
The military is not getting paid this week? And the FAA people are not getting paid this week?
They're not getting paid, and many of our federal law enforcement are not getting paid. And let me say, President Trump also stepped in here to use tariff money to fund the Women, Infant, Children Nutrition Program, or else we'd have women and children who would go hungry because of the Schumer shutdown. So I urge the senator to just do what he's done the last 4 times, vote for this clean extension of current funding. Let's end the shenanigans, open the government. Happy to talk about the Affordable Care Act after that. I mean, I think that, the reason why the Affordable Care Act it needs subsidies is because it was never affordable. That was a false promise made by the Democrats back in 2014. But as a result, insurance companies' profits have skyrocketed 230%, and they're receiving these taxpayer money in subsidies. So we need to rein in the insurance companies in this process as well. And so I think we could have and come to a reasonable solution there, but that doesn't expire until the end of the year. So to shut down the government now makes completely no sense.
Congresswoman Nicole Malliotakis, thank you for everything you do for New York and do for our country. God bless you and God bless America.
Thank you, John. Great to be with you.
The following is a paid political announcement.
Lifelong Democrat Diana Florence served for 25 years as a Manhattan prosecutor under DA Robert Morgenthau. She put criminals away, stood up for victims, and protected our streets. Now, Diana is challenging failed Manhattan DA Alvin Bragg as an independent because it's time for a DA who fights for our families, not criminals. That's why Diana has won the support of organized labor like the steamfitters, plumbers, and ironworkers, everyday New Yorkers who want a DA they can trust. Manhattan needs a DA who will do the job, prosecute crime. That's Diana Florence. Under Alvin Bragg, crime is up and prosecutions are down. Bragg doesn't prosecute crime. He plays partisan politics. Bragg failed to protect women and failed to protect workers. As a prosecutor, Diana Florence won groundbreaking convictions convictions, fighting against corruption, domestic violence, wage left, and daily working conditions. She's always been a partner of unions, community groups, and to cops like us. For Manhattan District Attorney, vote for Diana Florence. Diana4DA.com. Paid for by Diana for Manhattan DA.
Welcome to Republic Jet Center,
A boutique premier FBO service provider in East Farmingdale, New York.
your gateway to world-class events like the Ryder Cup coming to Bethpage Black Golf Course, just 11 minutes from this FBO.
Avoid city congestion and arrive in style with no delays. On-site U.S. Customs, TSA screening, and premium ground transportation.
Only 45 minutes from Manhattan.
RepublicJetCenter.com.
Ask their client services team about exclusive hotel accommodation and concierge services.
RepublicJetCenter.com.